Abhijit Bhattacharya is from Tejpur. Right now, for his professional and this thing, he stays in Delhi. He is an alumni of Sainik School Golpara, and he is the first volleyball player to represent from the Northeast to represent the Indian team. He is the third person from Assam to sportsperson. Sorry, he is the third sportsperson from Assam to captain the Indian team after T. Ao and Mona Lisa Mehta. He had a unique distinction of representing 4 different states apart from his home state, Assam, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and he has been a captain of Assam, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh. He represented India for 10 years from 1996 to 2006 in 22 international tournaments, including Asian Games at Busan in 2002. He has been the best blocker of Asia in Asian School of Volleyball Championship at Macau in 1996 when he was very young. Won 8 international medals, including 5 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. Gold medal at South Asian Games, Kathmandu 1999 and Islamabad in 2004. Gold medal at Rashid International Volleyball Tournament, Dubai in 1998 and 2002. Gold medal at Shivanti Gold Cup in 2002. Instrumental in developing volleyball team for ONGC from scratch to becoming the national champion and being among the best volleyball team of the country. 5 level 1 volleyball coach, FIVB. Founder of Sports Rengoni Youth Foundation. And in this regard, Rengoni Youth Foundation, Sports Foundation is doing excellent work. I'll show you a video after he speaks out. That there's a small video I have about what Rengoni Youth Sports Foundation is doing. He is not only good in sports, he is an excellent writer, he's a blogger, and he has also authored a book, Celebrate Life. And I tell you, I have read it and it is simply awesome. So he's currently working with ONGC Corporate CSR. He's married to a sports person. His wife he was also a national volleyball player, Priyanka Sharma, and they have got 2 lovely daughters. And the first daughter is named after the game they love, volley, and the second daughter, Ritvi. So currently, he is superheading the Assam Volleyball Mission 100.
Thank you, Sailesh, for all the good words. And in fact, so Sailesh and myself, we were together in Sainik School for 7 years, and it was always a pleasure to stay near Sailesh because he is such a bundle of positive energy. And even I am feeling confident today because he is with me in this conference. Thank you so much, Sailesh, for the nice words. In fact, for me, it's a new experience delivering something through an online platform. So yesterday night when I was talking with my mother in Assam, she stayed in Tejpur and I am here in Delhi. So I told her that there is one online, that there is a program of Rotary Club, so I need to address them. So my mother was very worried, like what you're going, are they sports person or what? And like tomorrow is solar eclipse, Surya Grahan hai, or where are you going? So it's an online platform, don't worry. And so she told her, no, be careful. I told her that not to worry because like way back 32 years ago when I told her that I am going to be a volleyball player, I want to be a volleyball player, when most of my friends wants to be engineer, doctors or some other profession. And she gave me her go ahead. 32 years ago when there were no role models in sports. Like there was no Leander Pace, there was no Anju Bobby George, there was no PV Sindhu, Sania Mirza, Sushil Kumar. And 1988, I thought that I will become a player. I don't know how will I earn my bread and butter. But my parents supported me. So that's how I told her not to worry. It's not a bigger challenge than that one. Today, what I feel is like, since the audience is very youngsters, I would like to share with you 3 stories. Like, since the topic I have seen is sporting dream. So these are dreams of three different person. The first person would be Mr. Kamraj. He is only 5 feet 6 inch tall. He is a volleyball player. 5 foot 6 inch. He is my coach. He is my guru. And the third would be a little bit of mine. So these are all stories of dreams and how we basically overcome all this. I hope somewhere or the other you will take something from these stories. So Kamraj, he was from he is from a place called Tutukurin in Tamil Nadu, and he's very short in height. He is around 5 feet 6 inches. For a volleyball player, you need somebody about like 6'5", 6'3". Like I am 6'5", and rest of the players are almost above 6'3". So this young boy, he was in school, and he wanted to play volleyball. He fell in love with the game, but he don't have any qualities which can be a potential volleyball players have. Like he was very lean, very thin, of less height. Then he approached his volleyball coach of his school. That, sir, I want to play volleyball. So first day he was rejected. He was told that you don't have the capabilities to become a volleyball player, so you better stay away, play some other game. And this boy, he continued practicing on his own, took a ball with the wall and all those things. He keep on practicing, and the other teams used to practice in a different court. So he never get a chance. So one day his coach asked for a, in volleyball you get underhand pass or upper hand pass, something like that. So what he did is, there was a competition who can do best underhand in wall. So he also attended that competition because it was open to all. When all the trainees, they did around 20, 30 underhand in the wall and upper hand in the wall, he did around 200 upper hand. So the coach had no other option but to bring him in the team. And he was unable to fit in the team, but still he kept on trying. Then one day, coach came from Chennai who saw his potential and invited him to join the sports hostel of Tamil Nadu in Chennai. So he went there and he started developing his jumping skill and all those. But he could not make it to the team because they were taller players. He has to fight with everyone. And but slowly he kept developing his game, and finally he made it to the club team. And then he kept on playing. And every volleyball player used to have only one dream, that is like how to represent the state team and get a job. So like everyone else, he also tried. He knocked the doors of railways. He knocked the doors of bank, LIC, all departments which offer jobs in sports. But he could not get a job. So finally he was disheartened. He was about to return back to his hometown. During that time, it was probably in the 2000 or 2001. We ONGC team were playing one of the best team in the country. So we went there, we saw his game, and it was good. Like, it was small, but he was quite impressive. And we were at ONGC, we were forming our team. So we did not have a setters. So with no other option remaining, we thought that we tried all the setters in the country. Nobody wanted to join ONGC. So we invited him. He was very short. He came, he hardly knew how to speak Hindi or English. So he came to our team. He started playing with our team, and hardly some macha English and Hindi. That's how we started. So we went on to play the nationals, senior nationals, and we started winning matches one after another. We went to the finals. We bet the semi-finalists, Tamil Nadu, we were the champions. We bet the railways in the quarterfinals, and we become the champion. That's how Kamraj was spotted, and he was invited for the Indian youth team camp. He got selected there in the youth team. He made it to the main six of Indian youth team. For the first time, the youth team was playing in the Asian Championship, and he was the one. He started playing, and they went up to the finals and won the Asian Championship. For the first time, India won the Asian Championship. And Kamraj was there, and they got a gold medal in the Asian Championship. They qualified for the World Championship. And that was the first year when India was playing the World Championship. And when India went there, they were like underdogs. The first match they played with Brazil, they bet them. Kamraj was there. He was noticed by the world audience. They went on to reach the semi-finals. They bet Russia in the semi-finals. Went on to the finals. Unfortunately, they lost to the Brazil in the final. And when the final results, the best players were declared, the Kamraj got the best player in the world. He was hardly 5 feet 7 6 inch height, and he was the first Indian to win a award in the international level. So that was how he hardly had any quality for volleyball. So this is one story which always inspired me, and I like to share with my friends. Uh, so he is in the ONGC team. He kept on playing. That is one part of the story. And the second story is about my coach. I'm lucky to have a coach who was very inspiring. He he was the son of a doctor. He was a BSc graduate, but he also fell in love with volleyball. And he did his NIS from NIS Patiala. Then he got a job in state government. But he has this one passion that nobody from Northeast has ever represented India in volleyball. So he wanted to find that one person, send him to the Indian team so that Northeast is known in the Indian sporting calendar. And that's how he landed up in Tejpur. He got his first posting in Tejpur. Now, how do you find a player who has the potential to play for the country in course of time, like in 5 years, 6 years course of time? So what he did is he went to every shoe shop of Tejpur. There were hardly around 8 to 10 shoe shops in Tejpur. He went there and he kept on asking the shopkeeper, that, is there anyone in this town who wears 10 size shoes? Because he knew that somebody wearing a 10 size shoe would definitely be a tall person, so that he can grab him and teach him volleyball. After searching for all those in the shoe shops, he find one shoe shop where a person wears 10 size shoes. It was actually my father. So he asked them whether he have a son or not, and then he identified and came and spotted me. And he brought me to volleyball. And he made a team, he formed an ecosystem, and he told that we all have to support Abhijit so that he go and represent the Indian team. That was hardly, I was not even 5'8" tall or something. So we train here. Then I got admission in Sainik School through Sports Authority of India. I went there, I practiced. That's how I met Silas and all my friends. We have a wonderful environment in this school. And in this, you get to learn everything, basically. You make from a different background, you come here, you learn sports, you learn different things. So when I was I started practicing there when I was in class 12. One fine night in the evening, there was one bus which used to come from Guwahati to Tejpur, Guwahati to Sainik School. So the bus driver came to my room where we were in the break time studying. He gave me a parcel. It was like a form we need to fill up. The next day was the state selections for the Assam state school team. And I need to fill up the form and reach Guwahati by 10 o'clock the next morning. And we need to get the signature of principal. I need to be there. So all those things has to be done. But I hardly had any money to reach Guwahati. So my friends, everybody went towards all the hostel and collected 5 rupees. And they gave it to me. Next day morning, we need a stamp of the school principal. So we hardly had any stamp. What we did is we fill up the form. We went to our mess. In our mess, at the dining hall, there is a stamp where when they get some grocery and all those things, they put a stamp there. It's written Sainik School and it's hardly visible. So we put that stamp in place of principal and somebody signed it. And next day I ran away from school. Nobody was informed. I reached Guwahati, attended the selection trial and came back in the evening. Later again, it was this next day also selection trial. So we got the principal, got hold of him, we requested him, and then that's how I reached the school Assam state team. These were the initial stage, but it was a passion which we started following there. And I played in the school nationals at Chandigarh. We Assam team for the first time. We won the first time for the quarterfinals. We reached there. I got selected for the Indian camp. And when the Indian camp was there, I reached there. I knew hardly anybody I knew there. There I got selected. We went on to Macau, the first experience of flying in an aeroplane and all those things. In Macau, when I reached there, it was something like all the Koreans, the Chinese were there, Japanese were there. They trained under different circumstances. We played in a small town in Tejpur. Uh, I went there and like we came fifth. But when the blocking was announced, the ranking were announced, I was given the best blocker of Asia. And this motivated me a lot. And that's how our sporting journey started. I only found a job in ONGC. This team was built from the scratch, and there were no team. We went for a player hunt across the country. All the small time players came in. Then ONGC team was formed. It was made one of the best team of the country. We went on to play the nationals. We won the national championship. We won all the tournaments in the country, and that was one. But the things which I realized is that when you're young, your aim are very pinpointed and very sharp kind of thing, very narrow kind of thing. So my aim was to play the Indian team. So I played for the Indian team. Now what next? So I would suggest that everyone should always had a wider dream, not like coming first in class or coming second in class or to be an engineer or to be a GM in a certain designation, certain office. What you should aim is something bigger, something wider. Like if I say is from Tamil Nadu. The second story would be another. My only aim was when I was a child that I want to represent the Indian team, and with one goal I was going in one direction. But now I finally, when I realized that it's like in 18 years of age, you achieve your goal, then what next? So you should always have a wider goal, like how to help the community, how to reach out to the maximum people, what one thing you can do which can help millions of hundreds of people. And no matter what, you may be talented in anything. Like you are a very good guitar player. You can mesmerize millions of people through your guitaring abilities. Who knew that Zakir Hussain would one day become a master? Who know? Like Zakir Hussain was a tabla player. Now he took tabla to a new level through his own skill. So each of one of us have different mindset, different skill, and it can help millions of people in any way. So my realization is like, try something new, think something what you can give to your society, not like coming first or be an engineer or be a doctor, what more than that. So that way you get a larger picture of the life, and you do many things. And while like going for your dreams, it's a very linear kind of thing. If you go in one direction, you miss many things. So I would say the talents which you are having, you should continue this, because you should not miss going on a vacation somewhere in the Ladakh Valley or somewhere. You should not miss writing a blog. You should not make playing your guitar. Everything you should do. Try all the things that life has to offer us. It's a beautiful life. And the video which I has shown, I will tell you the story behind it. Like once I achieved the goals and represent one, I met many people. And whatever little I have learned in my life, not through my degrees or whatever, I have learned by meeting people. In sports, when you are there, you get to meet very different kind of people. So, like these things makes you learn a lot. You know different psychologies. You know how to be in a team, how to manage a team. You know how to lead a team when the need arises. You know like how to take quick decision. So how to manage things. And these are what you learn in your MBA classes basically. So sports in any level, be it in international level or be it in a village level, it will teach you all these things. That is for sure. Like where we went to Pakistan once in 2000, I went to, first I went into Pakistan in 1998. And that we were in the junior team. We went there. We were made to play with their senior team. So it was a humiliating defeat there. And during those times in Pakistan, I get to learn that how their people are. They're very friendly. Like they like India. They like to come to our place. I met a friend who was our in the bus. He was our conductor. He was the helper out. So he was a young boy. So he was very close to me. And we made friends. I kept his name Raghuvir. He was like resembling one of my friends. and we faced a humiliating defeat in the hands of the Pakistan. So it was very, very difficult, a depressing moment for us when we came back, because it's tough. Like, we have to go through all this. We have to come up, how to come up from depression. You learn from all this. So when again in 2004 we got an opportunity to went there for the South Asian Federation game. General Musharraf was there. He was inaugurating the event and all. And then when before the final match, when we came back from the practice, I heard somebody calling for me from behind. So when I look back, it was my Raghubir. And he came and he was like slightly grown up. He came to meet me especially. So somehow we called the security and let him allow us to meet in our hotel. So he told me that I want to go to India very much. I like India very much. Uh, but the three things I don't like about India, rest everything I like. So I asked him what. Then he told me that I don't like your one politician, somebody. So I tell it's fine, it's okay. Then he named one other politician from Maharashtra I don't like. The third person, whom do you don't like? I asked him. So he was very reluctant. Nahi yaar, you will start laughing at me. Why? Or then I keep on insisting him. Then he told that the third person whom I don't like is Sunny Deol, because he beats up Pakistani in the movies, and so it's like a very lively kind of thing. So I met them. I understand their journey, all those things. So what I was saying is that all this happened when I was away from Assam. I stayed away from Assam for around 10 years. So one fine day, like in 2008, when I returned back to Assam on a holiday, one of my friend, he asked me that we should go to a village there. Volleyball is very popular. So once they see you, then they will be very motivated. So we went to this small village nearby Tejpur. So I went there. There was a huge football ground, and besides that football ground, there were two volleyball courts. So in one court, the girls were practicing, and in other court, around 20 girls were practicing in one volleyball court. In other court, the boys, they were very young and energetic. They were sitting idle. And when I went to the boys and I asked them that I have come here to watch you play, so when are you going to play? And they started looking at each other's face. So I asked them what happened. So they told that the only ball they had got punctured the other day. So I asked them, what are you going to do now? That ball hardly cost around 350 during that 2008 or so. So what are you going to do now? So they told that one of their friends, uncle, works in Indian Army. When he comes on his leave, he has promised them a ball. So I got struck. Like, they are going to wait for another 2 months to get that one ball. And imagine, they are youth, all in their mid 20, 18, 20 years old, highly energetic. I was like completely silent. I was playing in the Indian team. I was there with lots of balls and all those things, and I never realized this is what the condition in our villages. So I could not speak anything. I just encouraged them, and I told them I'll be back with the balls and all, and we returned back. While in our return journey, we sat in a hotel and had a cup of tea. All of us, my friends who went there with me, all of us were silent. So what to do now? Like, giving a ball would not be a solution, because there are 20, 25 youth there. So today there were 25 youths. One day don't get a ball to play. Hardly they will go to other. Their energy will be utilized somewhere else. So we told that we need to create an environment in their village. So I called my seniors, my boss in ONGC. I was posted in Dehradun, that I please extend my leave. I want to stay here for a few more days. I have some work to do. So next day we went there with the balls, and we told them that this is our balls. The game should not stop there, but we want to create an environment here. So I asked them that we will organize a tournament here. So for a week later, we schedule a tournament, inviting all the teams from Sunitpur district, all the village teams from Sunitpur district. We organized for food and everything. And we invited their Gaumbura, we invited their school teacher, everyone, so that they also understand what is the importance of sports and to create an awareness. So that next Sunday, the girls cooked the food, boys prepared the ground. There was one tambu there. We bought mics and there were music. The game started. And by evening, the entire environment in the village changed. There were large, huge gathering. People were supporting that village team. We reached the final. And the environment completely changed. Also motivated us and gave us some energy. So we continued, the friends continued to be together. Even Sales knows all this. And all my friends from Sainik school, everybody started supporting me. So we started supporting all these small pockets in village where there are no balls and net, with little bit of support, whatever we could. Every year we used to organize tournaments in a different village. Likewise, we gathered. So around 10 to 15 coaching centers started under this initiative in next 2 3 years, and we found that there were quite a quality player in these villages. So what to do with them? So we thought that we will bring them in under one umbrella in one center, or a, that's how we started a small Rangoni Youth Sports Foundation. We purchased a plot of land, small, one of my friends, with help of one of my friends, and we fill up around 250 tractors there because land was like slanting land, and it was low cost land. And slowly we developed there. We asked for fund. We constructed a hostel. It took 4 years for us to construct a hostel, and then finally we conduct a selection trial across Assam. The best 15 players were brought into this hostel from across Assam, and we started giving them coaching. There was a makeshift kitchen. We brought some this food bear arranged from well wishers, and these boys, they started representing the state team now. They started representing, winning matches for Assam. They started getting jobs. So now slightly a revolution came in. That's how we approached state government. Now it's kind of, we want to popularize the game. We want to help all those players across the state who wants to play volleyball. Now in the last 1 year, around 1,600 youngsters have joined volleyball. So this is one game where you need, it's a team game, it's a low cost game, it's a less injury game. You develop coordination abilities, you develop jumping abilities, you develop agility, everything is in it. So we requested our Honorable Minister of Assam that you are spearheading an initiative of Clean and Green Village Initiative. Why not add Clean, Green and Fit Village Initiative? So fitness will come from volleyball. It's a low cost game. In every village we can start it. He agreed to it. So now the videos Sales shared just now, it was about our initiative where we started the Clean, Green and Fit Village Initiative. That's how we are reaching out to our maximum players, maximum villages. We want to help them out. Now, due to lockdown, it has come down. Sustaining these centers are very tough. So we are thinking of starting some livelihood program there so that they can earn and as well as involve in volleyball together. The one aim which we are doing this is to channelize the energy of the youngsters in some direction. Suppose somebody wants to play a guitar and he don't find a guitar, he gets frustrated. If somebody wants to play tabla or if somebody wants to play cricket and he don't find a ground to play, a bat to play, so it's very difficult. It's not about only the academics. These are the extracurricular activities which helps you out basically in your life. And positive, to feel good. And now we have a huge team. Everyone is supporting us. It's good that we are able to do this. Hopefully, we'll take it to our next level. We want to create a record kind of thing, more like around 1,000 players playing volleyball together in under one ground. It's happening over in the world. These are some of the things which are in our mind. We will do that definitely, and people are supporting us. Thank you, Celeste. This is a small story about my sporting career as well as the NGO which we are supporting.
Okay, the thing. Just a second. The participants were interested in asking questions.
Yes,
Can
please.
forward their questions. Abhijit will try to accommodate few of them so that I think I'm audible, right? I'm audible?
Yes.
Okay. If anybody wants to ask questions, Rylarians, please go ahead. I've shared his Facebook photographs for you so that you understand.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So it was too good listening to you. It was really very motivating. It's me, Nishi. I just wanted to ask a simple question. When you first got humiliated, wasn't it too demotivated for you? And how did you just lift yourself up?
Yes, very true. It was very demotivated. Like we, as a sportsman, experienced in these things uh, quite a time in our life. That was the one time when it was in Pakistan. Other time was in a match in. I will tell you this. One time in a match in Dubai, where we were playing against Tunisia, and Tunisia was winning one set, and India was winning one set. And so the crucial time. Then a ball came cross court, and it was me who hit the ball, and it just reached inches outside the end line. And this one mistake of mine cost us that game, and we could not win that elusive gold or silver medal. So entire thing was upon me. So more than the Pakistan thing, it was this moment which took me into a depressive kind of thing. So when I returned back to India, it was very, very depressing. I was alone. There was nobody with me. And everything, I started hating volleyball for quite a few months. It happens. It's very natural. Everybody goes through this. But slowly I believe that if I curse myself, then nobody is going to help me out. No matter how much encouragement I receive from outside, it is the internal thing which we build up, we make us strong. So I started rewarding myself in whatever way I could, the things I do good. Suppose if I wake up early in the morning and do my exercise, then I reward myself with a chocolate or something like that. So I started rewarding myself. And this really boosted me. If I read a story, oh good, I've read a story, I feel good, so I get reward myself. So slowly in course of time, it took me 1 or 2 months, but I recovered, and it is you yourself who can help yourself out, because no matter how much people motivate you, it's very difficult. But you know yourself better, nobody else know you. So you know that you have this in under you. You can do it. This is just a phase of time. We need to cross it. Once you cross it, it's very beautiful. Life is it's super balanced actually. Sometimes it pulls you. Next moment you it brings you up somewhere else. So you cannot be successful every time, and it cannot be a failure every time. These are up and down, up and down. So in someday you will feel, one night you will go to bed thinking that you can do whatever you have thought of. That next night you will think that I cannot achieve anything. I don't have the talent. I'm a dumbo, something like that. It comes to your mind. But these are very natural. I have spoken to many international players, top performers. It happens to you. It happens to me. Everybody. So have just it is your under. You should push yourself and come up with the positive things only.
The next question.
Thank you, sir. The rewarding concept was too special, actually.
Which one?
The rewarding concept. I think I should try it.
Yes, you should definitely try it. You should feel good. You should reward. You are a gift. You are a gifted child. You have whatever, and that will bring out the best in you, basically. You never know what is inside you unless you reward yourself, you motivate yourself.
Thank you, sir.
There is a question from Samarth. Sir, how have you explored your interest in volleyball?
That basically sometimes you don't know what you were capable of doing. Actually, I was part of a huge joint family. I was the youngest one, and I was not very good in academics. A very confused person. Nobody knows me. Koi bhi aayega, somebody comes there. Hey, what are you doing? Go there. You're not studying. So I was the most neglected person. So now that this coach came, and he told that if you play volleyball, you can see Delhi. You can visit Mumbai. So first time in my life, I found someone who thought that I'm capable of doing something. So it is not volleyball basically. It is the confidence someone bestowed on me, which propelled me to play volleyball. Probably he has more confidence in me. So that's how I started loving that game. And when you start playing, and some more people started appreciating you, or something like motivates you, you get your confidence. The confidence, developing the confidence is the main platform basically. Some You can build your confidence yourself, and when you develop confidence, your passion grows.
I saw a hand raise from Tuina Bhattacharya. You have any questions, sir? Surajda. Okay.
This mic is mute.
Yeah, I think so. Unmute audio. Okay, by the time he comes, we hear his voice. I remember one incident when once a senior, when we were in school together, a senior comes to, I think we were just talking, and he says, hey, this new chap that has come, his name is Abhijit, and I don't know how he got into volleyball side. He doesn't even know how to play volleyball. And that was the sentence that he told. And that same chap who he did not have that idea that he can play volleyball, went on to become the first volleyball captain from the northeastern state. So this is how you prove your opponents wrong.
This happens, Silas, actually many times. When I first joined ONGC, I will tell you one incident there. When I first went to ONGC team, there were like superstar players were there in ONGC as well. They were quite old, 40 plus. I was just 18 or 19 years old when I joined ONGC. So the king of volleyball, Mr. Balwant Singh, he was the national champion for Punjab for like 13, 14 years. His younger brother is in ONGC. So one fine day he came to ONGC. So all my senior players went to meet him. And we were practicing, myself and Subbarao. Subbarao, you must be knowing, he was the best player of Asia. We joined together. And he's 6 feet 10 inch height. I will share one more story if you have time. So all my seniors went to meet him. And he asked that, who are these two new recruits for ONGC? So they told them one is Subbarao. He's a new player. He's 6 feet 10 inch height. And who is the other one? So he is Abhijit. He's from Assam. And he told in Hindi like, ONGC का इतना बुरा दिन आ गया कि असम से भी player लेना पड़ रहा है आज के दिन में. So one of my senior came and told me that he said something like that. So I am something a different kind of person. I don't want to oppose that way. So I told him, fine, it's his perception. Probably it will change in time if I able to make ONGC win. And like 3 years down the line, when we recruited new players and even the nationals, it was happening in Haryana. So just before the finals, this same Balwant Singh, he came to our room. He took me outside the room. He hugged me and he told that, Abhijit, if you play today, Uttarakhand is going to win the national gold medal. Otherwise, no one can let happen. The same person came to me and said this, and this was a big compliment for me. It's a one lifetime achievement for me. And this, I will tell you one story about Subbarao. This is a small minor incident. Subba is like 6 feet 10 inch tall, but half a feet taller than me. So volleyball championship always happens in villages and in the interior area. There was one particular tournament near Meerut, Bhagpat. I don't know, you must be knowing or not. So there we were waiting for our turn. The match was going on and there was a huge crowd. Local public was there, huge crowd. And Subba and I was waiting out just behind the crowd. So everyone who sees Subba, then they will ask, what is your height? What is your height? Because he's 6 feet 10 inch. Even he is the only one, probably he has a practical social distance from every one of us. Like we are all 5 feet, he's 6 feet 10 inch. So he don't have to wear his mask now. So it's something like that. So we were waiting for a match. Then one small chap who was reaching up to his knee height, he was like, hey bhai. So I was looking at that guy, a small young boy. So he was asking, hey bhai to Subba. Subba was ignoring him for quite some time. And finally Subba asked him, what happened? When that guy, small boy, he asked him, hey bhai, तेरा अकेले अकेले ऊपर मन कैसे लगता है? It was like, he was so tall. That's how we used to, we the tall players used to go to villages, and these are the funny incidents which happen everywhere. Thank you, Silas. This was one incident.
More happened that way with us also. There is one very interesting question that one candidate has asked, Anisha Birmiwal. Just out of curiosity, did you have any backup in case this did not work out, as this is a risky business?
Yes, very true. I never thought of that. I did not have any option basically, because apart from playing volleyball, I knew nothing in that point of time. So Jada said I learned driving. I could have become something into driving thing. But I did not have any option. I never thought that how I will earn my bread and butter and all those things. I just followed my passion. and there was no backup plan. There was no backup plan. It was a very risky business. It was truly very risky.
Okay, there is one more. Okay, that's a personal. Okay, our president wants to ask you a question. Yes, Sarasda, go ahead.
Yeah, myself, Dr. Rotary and Dr. Swaraj, president of our club, Rotary Club of Tinsukia.
Thank you.
It's a Mr. Abhijit, really amazing. The moment, this journey we have said, the motivational part, it's really amazing. People, I think the Raelians have got influenced and they got boosted with your talk. Definitely from any point of time, you can start and you can reach your destination. And you have said something about the power of dreams. If you dream, definitely you can achieve. And we feel extremely proud to see you from this Northeast. You have attained such a greater height. Thank you so much. And thank you, Shailesh, for making him as a part of our team. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, President. It has always been, see, we have grown together. The best part about Abhijit is, see, we have been a very close friend since our school days. And he belongs to a very reputed family of Tejpur. Like his grandfather, I suppose, Moina Ukil, he is a very well-known figure. They have their own, a family occupies a village. It's more like that. So they belong to a very traditional and not somebody of rich. His grandfather was a Rai Bahadur too. So and it was indeed a very. We have been sharing a very close bonding since our school days, and he has always had been that go-getter. Like he always could push you to your extreme. He would motivate everyone, even amongst our friends. If somebody is down and you never see him tensed up. It's more like he's always laughing and having all those. And we used to do a lot of nonsense things together as a child. And the best part, that's why because I know what he went on to become. He missed out many of his inspiring stories because of the paucity of time. Because the stories he himself is a storybook, I tell you. Because there are so many stories. He has transitioned to beach volleyball also, and so many things are there. And he's one of the best part is he is not only a good sportsman, he's a very good writer also. So that also some another aspect. So when I told him that Abhijit, I want you to be this thing, and one day he said yes. So see, he's also very busy and with his work and his family because their house is in quarantine zone and they're all locked up. So, and one request, he accepted it. Abhijit, thank you so much for being here. I'm really, really very happy, very thankful, and very proud to be your friend. And very, very thankful that you made it to this. And it was a lovely session.
Thank you, Sailesh.